Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. And today I'll be reading a multi-character exterior by me. So let's get into it. Cyno. Cyno does not usually make such silly mistakes. But he ended up walking in on you. Only because his head was in the clouds today. And he was very busy thinking about some matters at work. But then, all those matters flew right away from his head as soon as he walked into your room. His footsteps were quiet, sneaky as you always used to be. And it turns out that you were dancing. Beautifully, too. He never knew you were such an amazing dancer. And he couldn't help but be mesmerized as he watched you. His face flushing a little bit as you watched your every movement. The way your body moved, and the way you could look so beautiful and gorgeous. It made him feel like he was watching a star. And right now, he was about to reach into the galaxy just to grab you and have you in his arms. You blushed brightly, flustered, and feeling very embarrassed from seeing you like this. But he quickly shut you up, telling you that you looked amazing and that he was more than happy seeing you as you danced. Child's really affectionate and very lovey-dovey. He has no problem showing his own emotions or being affectionate with you whatsoever. So if he sees you dancing, it's fair to assume that he might freak out on you. In a good way, of course. He just thinks you look gorgeous, beautiful, without you even needing to do anything at all. So imagine he sees you dancing. He'll be really happy. But you keep it hidden from him, only because you think your dancing is not good enough. But then, he walks in on you, and he sees you dancing. And that's when his whole world is flipped upside down, as he blushes, feeling the seas warm. And slowly, he reaches towards you, wrapping an arm around your waist and kissing you. Right then, you let out a squeak, blushing brightly. Child, what are you doing? Hush now. You should honestly be punished for hiding this from me. How could you be such a good dancer without telling me? You laugh at that, flustered, and he gives you another kiss, insisting that you now dance with him. Albedo. Albedo has little restraint when it comes to you. He loves you, and he's very intent on spoiling you whenever he can. So if you're hiding your dancing skills from him, prepare to be surprised, because he's quite a good dancer as well, though he never says it. And once he sees you dancing, he'd be shocked for a moment, blown away, before he goes right to your side, just to dance with you. He loves you, and if you have a hobby, he was more than glad in joining you. And also, he'd love to dance with you. It was an experience, one that you would remember for as long as you lived. He was very romantic whenever he danced, and the way he kept looking at you, you were sure you were going to remember that for a very long time, just because of how piercing and beautiful his gaze was. Venti. Venti's such a sweetheart. You should honestly not be hiding anything from him, because whatever you're doing, he'd be so supportive. He loves any talents related to arts, or not related to it, anything really. But dancing had a special place in his heart, and he was more than willing to join you in. But at first, he would probably give you a kiss, or two, maybe three. He would pepper your face in kisses, admiring how good you are. He honestly thinks you're adorable, and he would love spoiling you. So don't take that opportunity away from him, alright? Let our animal boy spoil you as he wants to and needs to. And also, if there's anything that you want to know, then he's a good dancer. An extremely good one. You really want to tell me that Venti the Bard can dance? He's really amazing at it too. Better than most of Mondstadt. So, you'll be witnessing something tonight for sure. Since the two of you were going to dance very skillfully, and Venti was going to put your dancing skills to shame. But honestly, you can't even be mad, because he looks wonderful when he dances. Scaramouche. Scaramouche is really, really diligent whenever he gets to something. And he should have been more diligent when he actually tried to find out more about you. But little do you know, he was missing a very important detail. And the detail in question was how good you were at dancing. That wasn't anything within his own set of expectations, so it just never came to mind. But it should have, because honestly you were too elegant to just not cross his mind in that way. But he missed it. When he walked in on you, just to see you dancing to a song playing on the radio, it was breathtaking. He felt like he was going to die of a heart attack because of how beautiful you were. It felt like you had just walked out of a fairy tale. You had a dress on and everything. Do you do this a lot when he was not around? Just how much was he missing out on? So then, he would tell you to stop, and you would turn around with a bright blush on your face, apologizing and feeling beyond embarrassed like you were just about to faint. But then, he'd go, "You really should be sorry, Ryan. You should have told me before. I like watching you when you dance," he would say. And that kind of just revives you from the kind of shame that you were going in. Honestly, Skira, he knew how to flatter you and make your heart burn for him in ways you did not even realize. And as a reward, you let him watch you dance. Tighnari. Tighnari would be really surprised. Not because he wouldn't expect this. He knew a lot of good dancers. But he did not actually expect you to hide that from him. Was he that harsh? He usually did not classify himself as that. But he didn't like the idea of you being ashamed to show him your skills, such as dancing ones. He kind of felt sorry, so he apologized for walking in on you. But then you told him it's okay, even though you were blushing, embarrassed. And after noticing that, he went, "You know, Ion, for the record, you're an amazing dancer. I just wish I'd known sooner." And after that, you just right away kiss him, because honestly, that's one of the best things I've ever heard, and the best compliment you'll ever get on your dancing, especially since it came from him.